And let's begin with some idle chatter first, which is always good. Jesslyn, how was your weekend?
Hi, sir.
How was your weekend, Jesslyn?
It was great.
Excellent. Okay, what did you do?
I catch up on some K-drama episodes I've been missing.
You caught up on some
Yeah.
K-drama. What kind of K-drama?
There was this webtoon that recently got turned into a drama. It's called You Miss Self.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like it shows through animation how the cells inside our body works. Yeah, it's really
Yumi
popular right
Cell.
now.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Yumi's cells.
Yeah.
It is okay. Oh, how cute. So it's like part animation and part like live action.
Yeah.
Like Mary Poppins.
I'm not sure what Mary Poppins is like, but
Generation gap. Okay.
maybe.
Mary Poppins is a really old, like 19. Yeah, this is. Oh, there's a redo on Mary Poppins. Okay, cool. Great. I see. I see. Gunny. Gunny, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm very good. And I see Vicky and I see Asa. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. So let's jump into our evolutionary structure of the BV brand. And I just want to reiterate this for everybody, right? Since we have some new folks in here, the purpose of this particular group, because purpose is important. So why do we actually have this group? We want to keep consistent guidelines to content creation to support the BV brand. We want to have useful and actionable for new content creators to be able to create on brand content. And we have general guidelines for branding, and the degree will be decided by each particular chapter. Okay, so meeting etiquette, everyone please come to the sync up, update on the actionable every week. And the next sync up, we take a look at the changes that have been made on the page in the past week, and that results in the previous discussion and observation. So the format of this particular meeting is actually quite simple. We go and we look for pieces of work that are on brand and that are off brand, and we bring it to this discussion. We then examine why is it off brand? Why is it on brand? And that allows us all to understand the brands better. And it also allows us to create the guidelines, which we then essentially put the examples into the guidelines, into the table here. And that helps paint the picture in a really good way. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stuff that we are going to take a look at. So I'll start with this actual discussion. This is something that we had really not gone into too much last time, but it's actually maybe one of the more important things that we need to take a look at. I'll start with Gunny. So Gunny, this is something I've noticed, and this starts with Canva. Would it be easier for everybody to use brand guidelines if the tool and the guideline was integrated together? What do you think, Gunny?
Yeah, of course, it's easier to us when we create a poster, just take a look on the brand kit and then just continue it on template it or copy it. But I last week I tried to explore on the brand kit, so it's always uh, available on the pro account. So
Oh, I see.
guys can see, yeah. So if we want to add new logo, font, or a uh, new template, we have to upgrade.
Okay, maybe that would be worthwhile for us to upgrade. What do you think, Gunny? Because let's say we pay a few dollars a month, right? But we get brand consistency and we don't need to train new people anymore about what to do. Then that would save us a lot more money long term, right? We could share the account if we want to make it more economical, and then everybody would be able to use the brand kit to then create their way, right? How much is it to upgrade to the brand kit?
Yeah, 3 days free.
It's
Uh,
$33 a month, yeah?
yeah,
Okay. How many people do you think would be using this then, Gani?
a whole company from PR, HR, community,
Okay.
marketing.
Okay.
But yeah,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you were saying?
but on the marketing chapter, we have cheap account.
Oh, we
So
do.
me and Masizal at the past we buy the Canva Pro but on the cheap price, so
Okay.
we can use it.
Can
But so
we?
it's sharing.
Does that also have a brand kit available, Gunny?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can we make sure that
It's
everybody here in this group has access to that brand kit right here? So would you be able,
okay.
Gunny, to put that there? Yeah. So if we've already paid for
Okay.
it, let's not pay for it twice, right? Okay. So I'm going to ask Gunny to share the brand kit login for Canva. And that way we will always use on brand fonts and always use on brand, let's see what else, colors, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. And is there like a graphic library or upload library that are okay? All right, and then we will have probably always use on brand graphics and pictures, right? So this
Okay.
is how I think we can simplify things for everybody. So this is an evolution. Okay, wait. We're at a moment again, everyone. Let's go back to the Amazon mechanism. So let's go to Vicky. Vicky, what moment are we at again?
I think it's the tool, sir, for
Correct.
now.
We're at the tools. We've discovered that there's a better tool to actually ensure that brand is more consistent. So what was the old tool?
I think it's the brand book. We only have the brand book.
Okay. The old tool is this, right? One brand book and one creation tool, right? So you read the brand book and then you use a different platform to actually do the creation. So the brand book is on the website and then the creation tool is Canva. But now we can integrate it together, right? So that the brand book, the tool is already calibrated to be on brand, right? And that makes it rather foolproof in a way that anybody will be able to create on brand content just by using the tool because the tool limits the type of fonts that we can use. It limits the number of colors we can use. It only has on brand photographs. It only has on brand graphics. So, okay, great. That's where we are right now. We are at a new iteration and we are going to improve the way we use this tool, right? So, Gani, let's go ahead and make this tool available. So this is the evolution, everybody. So we've essentially now we've merged. Kind of go in here. We've merged two things. We merged the brand guidelines with the creation tool. Okay. And that should simplify life, right? That should make sure that most of the stuff that now we create will be there. It does not fix our copywriting, right? Because copywriting isn't protected by the tool. You can still write bad copywriting given the correct colors, the correct font, the correct graphics. So you can still fail there, right? And it probably doesn't correct the brand tone or voice. That's still part of copywriting as well. So, but it does simplify the graphics and the visualization choices. So that part is good. All right, great. Excellent. Gunny, just share the access and make sure that everybody in this team and who might need it has access to the correct tools. Done. Once Gunny has done that, I think we are good. We can conclude that this is a new guideline. So the new guideline will be if you're creating new content for graphics, please use the branded Canva account. Okay, all right, done. Great. Next, let's continue. So we're going to take a look at our copywriting now. So there's a few examples that everybody has posted here. Thank you very much for getting that in. But before we go into that, just want to double check. Have we finished? Mr. Gunny, can I get priorities? Oh, okay. Gunny, you've been asked a question. I'll let you answer that question in the chat with Asa. Okay, so if you guys want to follow Asa's question, you can read the chat. If not, I'll just continue with the rest of this discussion. So the next thing I want to just cover real quick is have we finished all the rest of these sections here? Let me ask. Let's see. Let me ask Gunny, actually. Gunny, have we finished these already? Are these all kind of been integrated into the guidelines? What on brand pictures look like versus off brand pictures?
Uh, 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 I think we haven't yet.
Okay, let me
Oh,
delegate
wait, wait.
something.
We have the decision right on the right side.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
do this then. Let me delegate this to Vicky. Vicky, could you take a look real quick and see? This was related to our discussion about photography, right? And Asa, you're part of our on-brand photography. So let's double check, Vicky, if the photography illustrating Asa's relationship with our partners is already in the brand guidelines for on-brand photography. Yeah. So just double check that real quick up in the table and see if that's already been laid down. Let's then go to Gunny again. And I don't think this is actually in the guidelines yet, right, Gunny? The uh,
Yes.
the the curtain engagement session. Tell us a little bit more about this.
So I just saw the way Mas Bayu create the presentation and the industry talk on the FAP. So basically, it's just small things.
Okay.
So on the title side, we have to consistent about the font size,
Oh,
and the location itself. So to reduce in consistency, sometimes the title is on the middle, sometimes on the left. So yeah,
I
yeah,
see what you're saying. Okay, let's take a look at this. So what we see here is that the title has evolved, uh, and oh, Erica was there too. The title evolved in color. So it started out as
yeah,
orange, and then it eventually became blue, right?
yep, yep.
Okay. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Is that on brand or
It's
off brand?
it's off brand, sir.
I see. Okay. All right. So then it should be consistent then, yeah? Okay, good.
Yeah,
And what about this one? This one is also same problem, right? We have a
yeah.
change in the title color. I
No,
see.
I already create the template, but I don't know. Someone just recreate again, so with different style.
Okay. You know how I created this, Gunny? I created this by duplicating slides that were already there, right? So there, when there was a slide here, duplicate, 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 duplicate,
Yeah,
and so if it was that's generally how I create slides, right? So I don't usually check the brand
yeah,
book. My bad. And but then that is actually something we need to take a look at, right? So
yeah.
if I think this is actually a good question. Do we generally make new presentations by taking the piece of the old presentation and then using that, or do we generally start from scratch? What do you think
Ah,
most people will do, Gani?
Ah, the easiest one is follow the previous template. That's why I invite Vera and Bila, but she's not coming yet. So we have to decide the template first at the
I
first
see.
time. So
Okay.
in the next presentation, just follow this one. Just follow
I
this
see.
one.
Okay, let me also advise you that on this. Let's go to Vera. Vera, do you think most of the presenters are more likely to actually start again from a fresh new template? Or are they more likely to kind of take the previous presentation and redo or create a new presentation based on a previous presentation?
I think we usually like based on previous presentations and like rewrite the template, the current template. But I'm not sure if Biela is realized that we have the previous templates. So it's just like the lack of exposure on the
Okay.
previous documents.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Good point. Um, Let me think about this, everyone. So let's go to Asa. Asa, what do you think? We need to define what a best practice should be. If you're going to make a presentation, generally, do you start from zero or do you start from, let's say, your last presentation that you had and go from there? What would be more natural sort of user behavior for yourself?
I usually, when I make a presentation, I search for the template available from it. So I don't actually directly looking for the previous presentation that has been already been presented, but I try to look for the template of the design that
I
has
see.
already been there.
I see. Okay, very good. I guess then, Gani, it would really depend on the quality of the template, right? in order for, let's say, this new tool to be used. I don't want to miss something in my next presentation, right? And I know that essentially the new material in the next presentation is probably 30 to 40% of the last presentation, right? So I can just pretty much take out 40% from the last, put in 40% new, and then I carry on the same. Why? It's because the structure of every presentation is generally the same, right? There's a cover slide, an introduction, there's the purpose, the mission, the introduction to Bukit Vista, then the content, and then the survey, and the huddle, right? And the internship pitch. So that structure I never want to lose. So that's why I generally use a previous presentation, right? Because that part is important. But if that can be in every slide, then that can be those crucial sections can be in every presentation, then I would be very comfortable using a new template. So maybe the correct way is this, right? Should we decide on what is the narrative needs to have the same beginning and the same end, right? For most of the presentations we do with students, right? It has to be like, this is what Bukit Vista is, and this is why you should join Bukit Vista, and please join Bukit Vista, like a call to action, right? So those are the 3 chapters. Can we make sure that all our presentation slides follow that format, Gunny?
I checked the last template. It's already follow up, but
Okay.
Perhaps need double check with Bila. So
Okay.
what do you think, Bila? Have you checked the call to action? It's already on brand.
No, I haven't actually. Yeah,
Oh,
I haven't checked if the call to action is on brand yet. No.
so,
Okay. Let's do this then. I
okay.
agree.
So me and Bila.
Yeah. We have 2 iterations here, I think, Gani. The first iteration is using the template, right? The second iteration of the tool is, let's make sure the template is strategically correct, right? So we don't want templates that are missing. Let's say we give a presentation, we forget to ask people to apply for an internship, right? That's a no-go. We don't want presentations that forget to put in surveys so that we can we don't have contact information for our audience. That's also a no-go, right? We don't want presentations where we do not talk about the purpose of why we're trying to do this and what our mission is, what our vision is, because that's also off guideline, right? We need to make sure our brand is understood for the right reasons. Okay. Yes. Then this particular case, Vicky, would you be kind enough to do this for us, right? Is there a row, Vicky, in the guidelines for presentations already?
I think no.
Okay. All right. What should we do, Vicky?
We can just add a row for the presentation.
Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and add a new row into our guideline book. And this is for presentations for specifically, I think, employees, right? Future employees. So future employee presentations need to have titles to be consistent and follow the structure. And I think we also have agreed that what was it? Subtitle will be in black and super title will be in one of the brand colors, right? Orange, green, or I don't know my brand colors, or blue. Is that correct, Gunny? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Good. Vicky, let's go ahead and put that in there, and let's see the rest of it. Did I forget to use the top? Okay. Tell us about this next one, Gunny, about font sizes. Oh, Billa is here. Welcome, Billa.
Yeah, on the font itself, I found some body text is not consistent yet. Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller. So I hope by this we can use this one as a template. So
Okay, got it. So, all right. First is the slide title. It needs to be on Contrail. Stupid. All right. Contrail 1 is our title font, right? Size 60, and it should be on the top left margin. Okay, got it. Okay. The logos can go through the margin. Is that correct, Gunny?
Yes.
Okay, understood. Okay, all right. Within the margin, and logos can be on the side of margin. Okay, so 60 Contrail 1, top left corner, and then body text needs to be on Source Sans Pro, font
Yep.
30, and in the middle of the margin line. Okay, less justified. Yeah, middle less. Okay, all right, cool. Great, Vicky. Let's go ahead and take that and also put it in the. I guess this is general. This applies to all presentations. Am I correct? Whether it's employee, guest, or okay. So I guess Vicky, then we can put those on all 3 user funnels. Okay. Great. I think then that sums it up. So we can close this discussion here. This part is good to go. Okay, this is green. And let's see. I think this one's also green. This was our last discussion here. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Is this all good? Do we have agreements? Oh, right. Good point. Let me go to Gani. Gani, Asa mentions, do we have agreements related to where we put our partners' logos? Do they go to the left? Do they go to the right? Do they go above, below? What is the sort of stated position that they should go into? Gani?
Okay, so the title, slide title is on the left side, and then so the logo, institution or review logo is on the right. So as we can see previously on the margin, yeah, that one.
Okay, so Bukit Vista always on the left, and then our supporting institutions logos can go on the right. Yeah, on the edge of the
Yeah.
margin. Okay, and I guess if we have multiple institutions, then we just keep on moving to the left, right? So Bukit Vista will always be on the left, followed by.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, cool. Like a line that grows from the right side to the left side. Okay. Cool. Asa, did that answer your question? Okay, good. Thank you very much, Asa, for the question. That was a high quality question. Next, let's take a look at some of our copywriting this week. So we have quite a bit of material. I hope to get through some of it. For whatever we can't get through, let's save it for the next discussion. Okay. Let's take a look. So I think we have first coming from. There's. Let's go to Vicky first. Victoria, tell us a little bit about what you see here and why it's on brand.
Okay, so it is on the sub page of the MMP page. It is the sub page for our professional service, and if we look at the copywriting there, I
Mhm.
think the feeling that we can get is actually we have that confidence that we can transform our partners' freelance to create maybe increase their occupancy or yeah, basically we can do some transformation for their freelance. And I think in the copywriting we can feel that confidence, and also we can yeah basically persuade them to be our partner.
Nice. Okay. Very good. I actually do agree. This type of copywriting is very dynamic. It inspires delight. It does not sound passive. It does not sound humble. It sounds jazzy. It sounds playful. It sounds like we're a company that goes and makes things happen, right? So I like the very beginning part. No product or service is going to sell itself just by kind of stating, yeah, it's obvious, right? We realized this and this is why we made marketing a core part of our business proposition. Using high skill flying drones to snap attractive photographs, crafting creative content, infographics, advertising, profiting our website and social media channels, outreach solutions on social media. Yep. And that's exactly what we do. So I think it's very well delivered. Its expectation reality is cool, and I like this sort of conversational approach, right? Does this sound hectic? No worries. Only takeaway will spare no effort. So I like that. That gets kind of like to the point at the very end, right? So good summary. Stuff like this, I think, is written in a very logical way. It's like a introduction, it's a body, and then a conclusion. And the body is bullet pointed out. And that I think is very effective because if it's too much text written in a single paragraph, that can be difficult to read. So, okay, yeah, that looks pretty sharp. It shows our confidence and our friendliness. Friendliness with, of course, the I, because friends have I in them, right? All right. Next, off-brand. Let's take a look at why this is off-brand.
Okay, so basically, what I tried to do here previously is to create a A/B testing using Facebook algorithm, and the result is actually the Facebook is actually want to have short sentences for the description. That's why this description is the one that win the A/B testing. But then if I look at if I read it again, I don't think this actually shows any feeling or maybe shows any mood that we want to capture in the copywriting itself. So I don't think it is actually effective to have like just a short,
Mm.
straightforward sentences like this.
Right, right. Okay, that is pretty interesting. And you have brought up a very interesting, what would I say? You brought up a very interesting dilemma, right? So in some ways, we can be effective by being very short, technically effective, but then brand-wise, we are ineffective, right? We're not on brand. So we need to then think a little bit about how we prioritize. So what do you think you should prioritize here, the brand or the effectiveness?
I think we can actually combine that, sir.
Very good.
Because when I'm looking at these mistakes, and then I try to learn more. I try to create a new copywriting style, and then for the next post, I don't really capture it on here. But if we look at our Facebook, we still have the short sentences, but I would say it captures much more feeling than just like a straightforward sentences like this.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, Vicky, you're absolutely correct on that one. That was a type of a trick question. So sometimes we have to choose. Okay, sometimes we have to choose between effectiveness and being on brand. Generally speaking, it is better to be on brand than to be short term effective because brand is long term, right? Effectiveness might be short term. But the best solution is something that can do both, right? If you can be effective and on brand, then why not? That's perfection there. So is it possible to be on brand using short sentences? I'm sure it is, right? Can Bukit Vista represent itself as a tweet? Yeah, of course, that can come, but can it do it the same way that we did like up here? No. This is where we need to be a little bit creative and think about, okay, how can we condense a message down into a way that is appropriate for being effective on different platforms, right? Okay, good. Great. Vicky, let's put that in. Put that in on examples of on-brand copywriting and off-brand copywriting. I think that's a good example. Okay. Next, let's go to Asa. Asa, tell us about why you think this is on brand.
Okay, so this is actually some post that I have posted back then
Mhm.
on Google My Business. And because it is actually a small platform that we can use to show our events and also our brand, then I think the best way to post in Google My Business is to post not more than 150 characters there.
Mhm.
And as you can see there in that post, I think it's pretty casual but still professional, short, and also impactful.
Mm,
It shows our identity as a property management company, like, hey, yes, we've got your back for free consultation, and also you can earn money with us.
okay.
And there are CTAs there that are available. Maybe that's it from me, Mr.
Okay.
King.
Thank you very much, Asa. Let's go to Jesselyn. Jesselyn, do you agree? Is this on brand or off brand?
Hmm, I, I think it's still on brand
Okay. All right. Why?
because I do agree that the message should be short, but it is still impactful. And I agree that because there's a CTA down there,
Okay.
it already follows the general idea of the guideline.
Okay. Let's go next to Hua Ying. Hua Ying, what do you think? On brand, off brand?
Okay, I personally think that it is on brand as well because from the photo itself, it actually shows the partner. Is it a partner of Bukit Vista? And yeah, I think the photo and the caption itself is already on brand, and the caption is uh, presented in a fun way. I mean, the words "Yes, we've got your back," and it's uh, not that serious, and it's reflecting the Bukit Vista's brand itself, and it is also impactful enough, I think.
Okay. I saw Vera and Gani smile. Let's go to Vera. Vera. Why did you smile?
I don't know. It's like in the middle, sir. I could say this is on brand, but like grammar wise, it's not really. And like I'm actually kind of confused. Like, is this a question or no? But then
Mhm.
like it answers at the end, and I don't know. I'm more like a 60% off brand, 40% on brand.
Okay, 60 off, 40 on. Gunny.
Mm.
Okay, the why I smiling is because it's funny. There is no one noticing which one Bukit Vista, which one
That's
partner.
right.
So
That's correct.
yeah, so uh, I need to working on the t-shirt, sir, as soon
Okay.
as possible.
It's not just the
Yeah.
T-shirt, but it could also be creatively done. Asa, most people don't know who Tendi is, and they don't know who the other person is either. So take a look at like this picture, and take a look at the picture where you are here, right? In the picture where Asa is here, it is clear who the partner is, and it's clear who Bukit Vista is, right? But in the picture where we have Tendi with the partner, um, I don't know which side is. Are they both Bukit Vista, right? Are they both partners? Like it could be really if you don't know, you won't know, right? So you could also put like, let's say, subtitles, for example, Gunny, right? That could be a way to clarify it without necessarily using uniforms. You could say,
Mm,
this is Tendi, Bukit Vista, blah, blah, whatever, and maybe white text next to his, next to his shorts, Bukit Vista Community Manager Tendi, right? Gunawan. And then, Bukit Vista partner, whatever, whatever on the other side. That would be actually still okay, right? That would indicate this message is conveyed across. So this is how we need to see things from the user perspective, because we know who Tendi is, but most other people probably would not.
mm,
So okay, that part I think is the most crucial thing that I see. The copywriting itself is, I think the copywriting does not have the correct hierarchy of size, right? So the messaging is flat across on size the whole way through. Imagine working at home. Da, da, da. I'm not sure if Google My Business allows you any sort of font variations, right? But I would definitely put, let's say, key phrases a little bit larger, right, than other phrases, right? You can't add bold. Is it possible to bold certain things and not and or under? No, it's all the same. Yeah. Okay, then that's just a limitation with the platform that we're gonna have to live with. Okay, ideally. There should be kind of like, I think, a sort of a hierarchy of text, right? So what's your main message, what's your supporting, and what's the end conclusion. But otherwise, I think, yeah, it seems pretty good. I think my only point is maybe the grammar. Is it working at home or working from home, right? Might want to be careful about which one it is. I think it's actually working from home, but okay. Otherwise, yeah, I would put this also, like Vera said, it's probably 60% off brand and 40% on brand, right? It's mostly because the photo doesn't make clear who these two people are, right? I can see, yes, there's a property. Yes, there's two gentlemen standing in front, but who is who? What's the relationship? Unclear. So definitely, there could be some supporting material to improve that. Let's go with color. Gani, is the tone correct? Is the tone has the correct? Blue is fine, right? I think. No. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Blue is fine, sir.
Okay, good. This has a mostly blue tint from the pool, and you can see there's a lot of blue, sort of like, even this white wall isn't that white. It carries like kind of a blue tint to it. So that's okay. That's a Bukit Vista brand tone. So that part is okay. All right, cool. Um, I guess we can go to Vicky. Vicky, let's put this under, I think, a perhaps it's a graphic, and it's off brand because of the reasons that we stated. Yeah. Okay, next. This one will just be pure copywriting then. Asa, present to us this particular piece of copywriting.
Okay, so actually in Google My Business, there are three types of posts that we can do. There are COVID-19 update and also updates that we can add photos there. And also the last one is over if we have got some giveaway or any promo and discounts that we can put into the Google My Business. And this one is a COVID-19 update, which can be seen from both uh, phone and also by PC.
Okay.
And this is actually the most the most post that people can see from their gadgets. So
Okay.
and from this one, I think it's kind of still on brand,
Very good.
and the fact that we can actually get like 3 clicks from this post is kind of surprising for me.
That's great. Okay, that means it's effective, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Bella, what do you think this represents? Is this copywriting or is this something else?
It's like more call to action, maybe.
It does have a call to action in it, but it's not just call to action. It conveys something really quickly. Let's see. Let's see who else detects it. Vera, is this copywriting or does this convey something else?
I'm not really sure what it said.
Okay, let's keep on going. Let's roll over to actually. You know what? Maybe I'm mispronouncing your name. Hui Ying. Is it Hui Ying or Hua Ying or
It's Huiying, sir.
Hui Ying? Hui. Okay, Hui Ying.
Yes.
What do you detect here, Hui Ying? Like, what do you see? Do you see copywriting? Do you see what sort of are you picking up from this?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it is a copywriting.
It is copywriting, but what sort of is it more? Is it more than just copywriting? How about that?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at our messaging. Yeah, kind of. Okay, it could be this, right? Let's take a look at what our choices are. Uh, our choices could be persona, intended feeling, tone, message, or title. No, this is not title, subtitle. Okay, so it's probably one of these things up here, right? Is it persona, intended feeling, tone? Let's go to Gunny. Gunny, what do you think it is?
It is a message, sir, because it's deliver the information to the audience. It's clear, and
Mhm.
then they are call to action as well, and then a bit of branding, so you can still transform your property into value, but it's still on brand. So
That's
it's
it.
kind of message, like important message, like a news.
Yeah, man, I would say so. It is effective messaging, and it carries it in a. I think this is actually really good. Asa, this is a little bit like a poem, in a way. So a poem is a story that has like a lot of concentrated elements into it, right? And what Gianni said is correct. You have the message, you have the call to action, and you use on brand, on vision, on mission language, right? So it's a very effective message, and it's in the correct tone as well. Like right here, don't worry inspires delight. Why? Because it's sort of this is the emotional journey you go through. Okay, are you staying at home during PPKM? Low. Don't worry, right? You can transform your property into a value asset. It is easy and simple and easy. So you go from kind of like here up, up, right? And if you think about it, that's what delight is, right? Expectation is right here, inspiration is up here, and you've moved expectation to inspiration. So you've delighted somebody. So that is very, very elegant, and actually it supports inspired delight. So very good. Awesome. That is very consistent with what we want to do. And that is, I don't know if you planned it that way, but you actually do carry of it's very elegant because it's only 3 sentences, right? 4 sentences, but it really kind of gives that journey, right? You like that? So yeah, that could be a yeah. If we can analyze it that way, maybe we can start thinking that way, right? Maybe you start always with a message that sort of brings expectations low, right? Are you tired of having to, pay management that doesn't do anything, right? Do you wish your managers would be more proactive to, do this for you, right? Well, you're lucky today because you've encountered Bukit Vista. Bukit Vista can do this and this and this and this, and you will be a happily ever after type person, right? So that is then essentially the journey that you want to bring somebody through. So yes, this is very much on message, and it's a message that inspires life. Vicky, what do you think? Can we put this in the guidelines for messaging?
Yep, sir. I already put it on the messaging.
Okay, great. You know what I really like about this is that you can think of this as actually a template for almost everything, right? For let's say you make a 4-slide GIF, right? You could do it the same way. You could think of this could be your script for your 4-slide GIF, right? Slide 1, person at home, very sad, like, under a roof that's all like cloudy, right? Like, ugh, all right. And then slide 2, don't worry, right? It's okay. All smiling, right? And then slide 3, go from like a crappy, not so good home, arrow pointed to a nice home, right? And it's simple and easy, right? So you can almost use that as a template to develop many, many stories from this particular guideline. So yeah, very, very powerful message. Good. All right. Excellent. Awesome. And that's probably why it worked, right? And Vicky, there you go, right? That's kind of like what we were just talking about, that short copywriting can still be very effective. So you can get the best of both worlds. I think we can learn from Asa here. All right, great. Next, let's go off-brand.
It's actually the same with Vicky, sir.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I just realized that it's actually the same concept.
Okay, why is this off-brand?
Because I don't know, I don't think that this copywriting try to engage with the audience. It's like a harsh copywriting made by a bot.
Yeah. Okay, this copywriting tells no story, right? No story at all. Why? Why should I care, right? You need to start with a story. Have you been losing business because guests check out because your Wi-Fi is too slow? Do you want that to stop starting from today? Bukit Vista has seen 50% more bookings on properties that have at least 50 Mbps of internet service, right? Download and upload is super important, right? Check out this recommendation on how you can transform your property today. All right? That then I think would be a story. This is not a story. This is like like so I think that's what's essentially missing. There's no journey here. This is just like, here, let me show you the end. But why do I need to see this, right? Well, what is important? It's like at the end of Squid Game, the guy dies. But why would I care, right? So if you want to sell somebody Squid Game, you say, hey, have you ever wondered whether it would be worth to risk your life to win a ton of money, right? Would you like to see how hundreds of people actually competed and won and lost and died and lived in a game that took the course of 6 days, right? Would you like to see how fun and death can be merged together, right? And then see at the very end who wins. Then that is a story. That's a trailer, okay? This, yeah, like everyone has already agreed, this is very off-brand, right? What is this? What? In India, why is it written 3 times? Oh my god, it's really off-brand. Awesome. Why do you think this can be anybody? It doesn't matter who wrote this, right? But I'm just curious. Why is this written 3 times? Okay, we don't know. Motion. Oh, it was a motion graphic. Oh, so it was like da.
Yeah, it looks something like that. If I'm not mistaken, as far as I remember, it is a motion graphic, sir.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, tip, if you want to bring a motion graphic to this discussion, please just bring the motion graphic, right? If you don't know how to do that, then just go save as the GIF and then bring it here so then we can see what the motion look like. Okay, granted. And also, Gani, let's talk about brand placement. Does this seem like the correct place to put the brand?
About the most sensor or
Oh, no, the brand, the logo, our brand. Does this seem like the right place to put it?
uh not good. Logo in the bottom is not good. So,
Right. Okay. Why?
so, because the first thing when you get a poster, the first thing first is you get at the top right. So
Right.
who create this content? So
Right.
put it on the top of the poster,
Okay.
and then
Got
the
it.
message, and then although
Okay.
it's in the very bottom.
Understood. Understood. Okay. So put it at the top so that people know who created this, and also the background. Right. The background's kind of noisy. It clashes with the logo, right? Because it has like this.
Yeah.
You have like two messages over each other. Like, is this Jing or is this Jing's fingers? Right. Now it's Jing, right? Now it's like not really clear. Are you looking at Jing or Jing's fingers, right? So I think if you're gonna put the brand somewhere, please at least isolate the background so it doesn't clash with the brand. Like at it looks like you're trying to say at Bukit Vista in a weird way, but anyway, okay, cool. Let's put that under Vicky. Let's put what section do you think that belongs under, Victoria?
I think for the description, we can put it on the off-brand message, and
Okay.
we can separate the motion at the graphic.
All right, sounds good. This is an off-brand message. Very good. All right, let's keep on going. Next, Jesselyn. Jesselyn, show what's good. Tell us about this.
Yeah, wait for clarification. When we were talking about tone, I thought it was the tone of voice. So, what I've been searching examples of is more primarily focused on the tone of the description or the captions. So, in the first picture here, this I categorize this as an off-brand description because the tone. Before when I tried to search in our brand book, what kind of tone do we want to convey, right? I couldn't find a lot of explanations regarding that, but I do find a few keywords such as casual, cheerful, but professional.
Yep.
But I feel like with this caption, it is a little too casual. Like,
Yep.
haha, no JK. Yeah, so I think it went too far.
Yeah.
The caption. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Let's go to Vera. Vera, what do you see?
I think I agree with Jocelyn. Like the casuality is just like too casual, as if they're talking to a friend instead of posting something to the public.
Correct. Okay. And yes, I think this is very much off-brand tone because it is not come across as competent even, right? It's like you're not really sure, and it seems like it's not playful, but it's almost like needy in a way. It's like saying, hey, 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 like nervous laughter, like, who would have guessed? Ha ha ha! No kidding. It was that is a little bit off brand, right? Playful, I think can and the today, smile, 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 smile. What I read from this is I read somebody who's really needy, somebody who's like, kind of like, I'm not really sure what I'm saying, so please like what I'm about to say, please like it, please like it, please like it, right? I'm going to be overly nice so that you like me. That I don't think is ever a respectable brand, right? That looks like I don't know. Maybe you could. Okay, that's just not Bukit Vista's brand. All right, that could be maybe if you sell cupcakes or something, you can do that. But all right, I agree. Yeah, that seems a little bit wrong. Let's go to Victoria. Victoria, analyze this for me. What is exactly not quite right? What can somebody avoid so that they don't sound like us?
Mm, maybe if I look at the description, I don't think the first paragraph and the PS one is actually correlated.
Yeah, that part makes so sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about a Valentine's Day, blah blah blah. I think it's like a more like daily life in the office. But then, like, yes, we are hiring. Like, you want to experience all of these things. Like, I don't think that's correlated with each other. So
That's
yeah,
right.
maybe
That's
that's
right. There's a okay. So the transition from the story to the call to action is very not smooth, right? It's like, hey, you want to get ice cream, and then do you want to get married after we get ice cream? wasn't did you miss a few steps in between, right? Like, huh? So this kind of strikes me. You laugh because this is exactly what it sounds like, right? Hey, we're doing Valentine's Day here. You want to join a company now? Right? Like, okay. Okay, so yes, the transition part isn't quite right. And that's what it actually ends up sounding like. It sounds very needy, right? It sounds like please like me, and then please do what I asked you to do at the very end, please. Okay. What else isn't quite right? Let's go to Bella. Bella, what do you see?
I think like I don't really like this emoticon where they show the tongue here. I know it's they want to show like being playful, but I think it's just like mocking or something. It makes that kind of
Yeah.
image, I believe.
Yeah, it's childish, right? It's not playful. It's sort of like like what? Okay, yeah. Okay. So in general, let's break it down, right? Please don't use today like this type of stuttering type thing. This is just write the words as the words should be. Okay. No triple emojicon. I think that's very needy, right? No. What do you call this? This is over much, right? That's like too many. Hey, ha ha ha. Just if you use it just once, maybe not over and over again, right? It's like so sweet, like your tongue just like ugh, like overly sweet. So avoid overly sweet expression. I think that can be the takeaway. Message off-brand message. Wouldn't you agree, Vicky? So let's put this on a message that is not off-brand and tone as well. Yes, I would agree. Just that the tone is incorrect. The tone is childish rather than playful. Okay, next. Don't repeat words. Yes. All right. Next. On brand. Let's see. Take a look. Let's go to Jessel.
Yes, I know we've seen this post a couple of times in this discussion, but I think this post is a very good example of things that are on brand in multiple
Mm.
categories. Like for the tone,
Mhm.
I think it is cheerful, it's welcoming, it's warm, but at the same time, it still shows that we are professional. So
Yep.
it's not too much.
Okay, very good. Yes, I agree. This is playful, right? This is playful because it has these emojicons, right? And even though there's two of them, I think it's used in a way that actually, yeah, it's dignified, right, rather than undignified, and it asks interesting questions, right? Honored, choose, special. These are power words, and I think they convey inspiration and also delight. Did you have fun? Right? Share some fun stories. So this sounds like a more like you're talking with an adult, right, rather than with a teeny bopper or something. Okay, good. We can put this then as on brand tone then. Vicky. Okay. We still have a lot more, and we have only 8 more minutes to cover it. So I'm gonna jump around here. Gunny, let's take a look at here. What do you see?
Okay, so I will bring the example, the effective, and because it's working as well.
Mhm.
So always anchor the property or the product or service with experience. So it's a
Ah,
little bit poetic. It's a little poetic, but this is the art. So
yes.
the way we sell advertise our property, it's not just the feature, not just the to the point of the property, but how do you feel when you stay at there. So it's also not apply for guests as well, but it's also applied to property partnership side and then employee as well.
I
So
agree. I agree.
yeah,
Okay. I think
so
that's really good.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so the experience is nikmati pengalaman tinggal di rumah desa khas Jogja, right? Jogja Selatan yang terletak di Panjangan Bantul. Seluruh rumah dibangun dari batu dengan perobatan kayu asli. Yes, that's it, right? That's poetic. That gives people an actual feeling of what it's like to be there. I think that's good. Rather than talking about features, right? You're talking about experience. Very good. Okay, great. That is on brand in terms of, is it tone or is it messaging, Gunny?
Is is it both? Is it, yeah, is it
It is
message?
both.
Because it is both, and the tone as well is uh, like persuasive, right? So
Mm.
slowly giving you an imagination of that.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's like a storytelling. It's seductive storytelling tone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
to a wondrous world of Bukit Vista, where you might be inspired by your senses and see amazing. Okay, yeah, okay, I can kind of hear that. Let's go to Asa. Asa, do you detect that? Do you hear the tone in this particular piece of writing?
Yes, it feels like I was brought to the place, even though I haven't even seen the photos, but I can feel like myself being brought to the forest and stuff.
Okay,
Searching.
good, good. So the tone is definitely one of a person who is storytelling, right? Of a person who
Yep,
is
yep.
giving you like, okay, great. Let's put that in. Vicky, I think we can put that in as on brand tone. And this is the second one. Gunny, tell us again.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So at
Yes,
the first two paragraph, it's I always telling story about beginnings,
yes,
about the simple life because the property itself is a bit simple rather
yes.
than modern. So yeah, so telling show the experience, not the product, not the
Very good.
tangible things, but intangible.
Very good, very good. I think that is how you actually capture people's imagination, right? So imagine this, everybody. Imagine you're selling computers, okay? Here's, one computer. This pretend this is a computer. Here's another computer, right? One computer, all they tell you about is just, okay, it has Bluetooth, it has, I don't know, Wi-Fi connectivity, it's at this speed. The other computer, they're saying, hey, look, you ever found that you're troubled with all your different devices? Don't you wish there was one single sort of hub point where they could all connect and you could just utilize all these devices sitting around your house and be powerful and be able to do everything that you wanted to do? Don't you hate waiting for computers that are slow? And you're on a tight deadline and it's really frustrating. So this is selling experience. This is selling features, right? Most people who are not engineers, right, probably prefer features. They not probably prefer experiences, right? Because they understand what this feels like. If somebody who prefers features, they have a mind already what they want to do, and they just check out what's in it. So experiences always beat features. Wallets beat. Okay, no. Anyways, all right. That was a joke, but hey, Gani, I did notice the English one is much more poetic than the Bahasa Indonesia one, right? Why is that?
Um,
If you
it's
translated this into English, it would sound much more simple, right? Enjoy the experience of staying
oh
in
yeah,
a countryside home in Jogja, right? This one is much more like, wake up to an uninterrupted world class view, right? If you wrote that
yeah.
in Bahasa, would it sound weird?
Yeah, it's weird, but I can create more poetic in bahasa, but it's apa namanya? It's more advanced. It's more poetic.
Oh,
So
yeah?
so I just trying to make more apa ya everyone.
Okay. Does anybody think it would be appropriate to take this idea that we see here and give the equivalent Bahasa Indonesia version of it, right? So to tell a poem about the waves and the way the sun looks and what you smell when you first come on the property and the way the sand feels on your toes when you walk to the beach. Do you think that would actually get people more excited?
Yeah, we could try.
Okay, great.
And
That could be the next evolution, right? So that gives us something to work with. All right, great. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. We're out of time. We need to set a goal for the next meeting now. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh, we're really filling this up. This is getting very very full now. So we have titles. Okay, titles look pretty good. Messaging looks pretty strong. Tone, intended feeling, persona. Okay, persona can be the next one we look for. All right. Everybody, please come back to this meeting next week. Look for one instance of something that is on brand in persona, and one instance of something that is off-brand in persona. Okay, and we'll talk about that at the very next copywriting and branding meetup chapter sync up. Okay, bye bye everyone. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Recognize, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
All
you,
right,
thank
see y'all.
sir.